For Louisiana versus all y'all, Jerry Roser here with official Tiger Pig, Quinton Cage, the new commitment to LSU, man. We'll talk some about how all this came to be the last couple of days, but you surprised, I think, a lot of people with the announcement this afternoon that you're going to be heading to Baton Rouge for the next steps of your college career. And, you know, with all due respect to the rest of my day, which was a good day, most exciting news to come across my Twitter timeline. So
All right.
congratulations, man. How has today been? I'm sure your phone has been insane from the moment that graphic hit Twitter.
Oh man, it don't even feel real, if I'm being honest with you. LSU has been a dream school in my whole life, you know what I'm saying? I always wanted to go there. That's just been something that I wanted to do. So when the opportunity presented itself, I had to take it, honestly. So I just been feeling like a lot of stuff really don't faze me. Like I don't really like I'll be happy, but I don't be too excited. You feel what I'm saying? Because I still got to work. At the end of the day, I still got to do what I got to do. You feel what I'm saying?
You had a fantastic year at Nicholls, and I say year. You guys didn't get to play until this spring, but we talked in January, a few weeks before you guys kicked off, and so you're getting ready for your freshman year, and you say – I don't know that we talked about it in like the actual interview, but like when we were talking conversationally, you said you thought you had a chance to go out there and really make a huge impact right off the bat, be like an All-American level type of a performer. And you go out there and have a Jerry Rice Award Finalist campaign and just kind of, you know, talking to Donovan earlier, you spoke a lot of things into existence. What was this spring like for you? And clearly you weren't surprised at all about how it turned out. But to set those high of goals and for you to go out there and make good on a lot of that, what have the last few months been like?
Oh man, so training and stuff like that, I already knew what my goals was, and like anything I put my mind to, I know that I'm gonna do it. You feel what I'm saying? I know it's gonna come into existence, and I know I'm gonna speak into existence. That's how it works. You feel what I'm saying? So like the conversation me and you had, I was telling you like, you know, I'm gonna be All-American, and I gotta say that you gotta speak into existence, and you gotta put it on your mind, and you know what you got to chase. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got goals, and you have to chase them. So the few months just been crazy. Like I knew me coming in, like I knew that I ball, and I knew that I knew like what I can do. You feel what I'm saying? But I didn't know it was gonna play out like me getting freshman All-American, Jerry Rice Finalist, because I really was chasing All-American, but all the other accolades I really wasn't chasing those me because they really wasn't on my mind. You feel what I'm saying? I was just ready to work, get down, and just go play football.
What were you most pleased with in terms of what you were able to do on the field in those games y'all had this spring? You knew, I mean, what you brought to the table. You'd been a highly successful high school player at Rummel, went out on a state championship, and, I mean, a historically good defense for the Raiders. But what aspects of your game in terms of the way it translated to college kind of not necessarily most surprised you, unless you want to say some of it did, but just you felt most proud of the way it had worked out to move from Fridays to Saturdays?
I always knew that, like, you know, I can get better, and I still got way more room for improvement and stuff like that. And from Friday to Saturday, I always knew that, like, you know, I got to be the same guy, but even better. Like, I have to perfect this game and be the same guy. I can't come out here and be a bust. You feel what I'm saying? So, because if I was a bust, then nobody gonna like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that was just a waste. So I got to come out there and be way better and just do what I have to do. And that's what I had to do, and that's what I did.
The decision then to enter the transfer portal and go pursue some FBS options, what was that, I mean, decision process like for you? What were some of the conversations with you and the family, and what were you entering the portal with in terms of a mindset of why you were there and what you hope to accomplish moving forward?
All right, so honestly, before I hit the portal, man, I waited like a month or two. You feel what I'm saying? Like I could have hit it right after the season, but I really just wanted to finish school, and I always knew that I wanted to enter the portal, but I didn't know exactly when I wanted to hit the portal. You know what I'm saying? At some point in me, I really wanted to go back in the fall and then into the portal after the fall. But it's just something that, like, every time I said that, something always would come up for me to say, oh, hit the portal. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I felt like it was just God talking to me like, this is a risk that I got to take. I got to bet on myself. You feel what I'm saying? If I don't bet on myself, nobody going to bet on me. You feel what I'm saying? So when the opportunity presented itself, it was just like, the day it came, it happened so quick. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, the day that I wanted to hit the portal, it wasn't no thinking. That's how I knew that it was the right move. And when I went to go into the portal and stuff like that, I just felt the relief. I felt happy. I felt good. Like I never got frustrated through the process. I've been in the portal for like probably 2 weeks and a half, 2 weeks. And I never got frustrated through the process, you know what I'm saying? And I know how things can go and things work, and I never got frustrated. It was just always just like, positive mindset, got to stay positive, and that's how it is. And I just did it, and it came out on top, I guess.
And that, you mentioned bet on yourself. That was the exact phrase I was going to say is it seemed like you have very high-level goals, and you felt like this was a time that you could take a potential step forward and up the level of competition and all those things. And that's kind of where your heart ended up being is bet on yourself.
Right. So, I mean, like, how I look at it every day I wake up is me versus me. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not worried about the next man. I'm not worried about who on side. I'm not worried about, you feel what I'm saying? It's always me versus me. So, like, if I can go hard and I can push myself and I can step out on faith and do what I got to do, that's just me versus me. It's all inner thoughts and, got to stay positive through it all. That's all it is.
You ended up with some big options from around the country. I mean, really coast to coast, some Power 5 opportunities, and LSU, even with the way things finished out with their 22 class or their 21 class with Major Burns coming over from Georgia, you end up deciding that that's the place that you feel like you needed to be, that you were being kind of called to. Take me through just this second recruiting process for you and what it was like to weigh through some of those opportunities and what stood out about LSU to make that the place to be.
Man, so like the first day I hit the portal, man, not even 2 minutes I was in the portal, schools just calling, texting me, you feel what I'm saying? Telling me they wanted me, telling me we got to go through the process, this, that. And when was I looking to, get to school and this, that. And I was just like, man, I was just taking it day by day. You feel what I'm saying? And every other day, schools are called. Schools are hitting me up, Power 5 school, FBS schools, FCS schools hitting me up and stuff like that. And I really just couldn't get a feel out of all the schools that was hitting me up. Now, I had a lot of schools hitting me up. You feel what I'm saying? And I just couldn't really feel the same way I felt. So when the opportunity presented itself to be able to come to LSU and do what I have to do, it just felt way different. And I had days when I was just like, man, I'm going to try this school out and see how this school be. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think this the place. And then it didn't work out that way. It'll be like LSU will come all the way back around and it'll just be right back in your face. And this is like one day I was coming out of my house and I grabbed the shirt out of my closet and it was a yellow shirt, but I got a good bit of yellow shirt. So I'm not thinking it's an LSU shirt. And as soon as I walk out the house, I flip the shirt inside out, put it on. It's a whole LSU shirt. So I'm telling my parents, I'm like, man, this got to be God. Like, it's nothing. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And, I mean, I just had to step out on faith and just do it how I felt I should do it.
What do you see for yourself there to go, join that DBU? You and Major's a guy that you know very well. You guys will both now join a secondary where another guy y'all know very well, Derek Stingley Jr., and some of those other guys are there right now, but also there's that history in years past. A guy that was years ahead of y'all at Rummel, Christian Fulton, played such a big role there. So there's certainly a familiarity with that home state school. What are your expectations of what's waiting for you there in that DB room and what you can bring to that group and to the field on Saturdays in Death Valley?
I mean, man, you got to have a spark. You know what I'm saying? I have a spark. They got a lot of different guys. They got guys that can play the game and just good athletes. And they got guys that can kill the game. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm one of them guys that can kill the game. And I feel like I can bring a spark to the table that LSU haven't had in like 2 years, something like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like last year, I don't feel like they had a spark. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like with all the guys that they bringing in, plus me, we can bring that spark to the table. You feel what I'm saying? And just like I said, LSU has been a dream school since I was a kid. And I just had to take the opportunity, and that's just that.
Take me through a little bit more, I guess, of what you mean by the spark that you can bring in terms of actual you're out there on the field and some of the plays that you're able to make. Because you've always been someone that, regardless of your size or who's lined up across from you, you bring a level of physicality and some ball skills and just kind of have always made some things happen.
Right. I mean, like, you can't think about the next man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, in this game that we're playing, you have to know what you're doing, but at the same time, you can't think. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you got to just be able to react and play and do. and my game is just electrifying. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's just a spark that I feel like only certain people have. Like, you have to be blessed with this spark. Like, sometimes I do things that I don't even know I can do. You feel what I'm saying? But you got to have a mentality like getting to the ball, running to the ball, being aggressive. And once you add that to your game, and you got to like know what you're doing, like you prepared from Sunday to Friday, Sunday to Saturday, and you prepared from the film room, from the workouts, everything else, and you prepare from practicing. You don't know what can happen. Anything is possible. You feel what I'm saying? As long as you know what you're doing and you run to the ball, good things always happen.
We talked earlier, too. How quickly did this all fall into place where obviously you'd had some conversations with LSU, but in terms of making a final decision, just talking to Donovan an hour ago, he's saying, I don't know where Pig's heading. I know, USC is interested and Purdue and some of these other schools are interested. And you said he checked in with you a couple of days ago, and at that point, like, man, I really don't know. He got left on red because you didn't have an answer yet.
I left him on red, man, because it was like I knew that I always wanted to go to LSU, but I just wanted to make sure that I was making the correct decision. You feel what I'm saying? And making the correct decision for my, based on opportunity wise. You feel what I'm saying? Because LSU put the DBs in the league. It's called DBU for a reason. You feel what I'm saying? They putting guys in the league. And I'm not saying that you can't go to the league you go to the league from anywhere, really. And all these other guys, but what's the best opportunity for me to better myself? And that's what it really narrowed down to. It really narrowed down to is being like where I'm going to be pushed at. I could get in this DB room with all 5 stars in here, and that competition in there is going to make me better. Like, you feel what I'm saying? The workouts there are going to make me better. You feel what I'm saying? And everything just surrounded there just going to make me better. Like, even when I used to go there for camps, working out and stuff like that, I just felt like I was at home. Really, that's why I felt like I wanted to be at, and I just couldn't fight it. Like, that's why I knew I need to be at, and that's why I want to be at.
Who, you, your family, Coy, probably Bo needs to be in this conversation. Who's the most excited about this news hitting this afternoon? Because there's been a lot of really strong reactions and excitement.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. My dad, my mom, Coy, very excited. Corey, my trainer, he was the one that told me, like, I was gonna wait to post it, like either tonight or tomorrow. I was gonna wait to post it. He was more excited than me. You feel what I'm saying? And he be on me every day, man. What's going on? What's up with LSU? What's going on? So he's either got to be out of my dad or Corey, because my dad, that dude going crazy in the house, man. You feel what I'm saying? He got all his friends calling him and stuff like that. But now it's time to get back to work now.
Is Coy ready to see you in the slot on defense in practice 5 days a week?
Nah, I don't think he's ready. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't really think nobody ready, because I really didn't even really be able to show my real self yet. And I feel like this is why I'm be able to show myself. And, like, I know I got to go in there. I got to be a dog. You feel what I'm saying? I've been a dog my whole life. But this right here just make me turn it up like 10 more notches. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm just ready to show the world what I can do, because I know what I'm capable of and I know what I'm going to do.
You hit on a lot of it there, I think. But final message to the LSU fans that are looking at Twitter right now and saying, okay, so Quinton Cage is coming to join this program. What should we expect from him in these coming months? What's your message to all those folks around the state and the region wearing purple and gold?
Man, trying to get a national championship, get in the playoffs, man. And I'm just going to be a dog, man. I'm just going to ball, and that's what it's going to be. And we're going to win, and you're going to hit Pig Cage alive, man. Every game, every day, and positive. We're going to be leader and everything else.
Has anyone said Tiger Pig yet other than me, or was I the first to that combination?
I'm going to be honest with you, dog. My phone been going so crazy, I ain't even look at no social media yet, dog. I ain't looking at that. Like, this whole time we've been on here, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, everything. Like, my dad got guys on Facebook. He come and show me while I'm out here and stuff like that. Like, my phone ain't even really look at it, really, honestly. Like, I had Christian Fulton. He went to Rummel. He won number 1. Jamal Chase went to Rummel. He won number 1. Then I came right after him, won number 1. And I think it just feel like, that's what it needed to be at. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like I can hold that legacy and just keep going. And Tiger Nation it's gonna be a movie for real.
There you go. Again, he's Quinton Pig Cage. Just announced his commitment to take his football ability to LSU for the next steps of his college career, and for Louisiana versus all y'all, Jerry Roser.
Thank you. I appreciate it.